Thank you for joining in. So today we are going to discuss the divine feminine and the divine masculine aspects within us. And we all have that within us. There are different characteristics of the feminine and the masculine, and it's not that just the women have the feminine characteristics and the men have the masculine characteristics. We are a combination of both these energies. And this relationship, the relationship of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within ourselves determines our relationship with everyone else, especially with our partners, with our children, with our family. So when that is balanced, when your internal feminine masculine energies are balanced and healed, your relationships will be healthy and balanced. And most of our life, most of our emotions are based on how our relationships are. So it is very important to heal this aspect within ourselves, and it's coming up a lot these days. It has been for a long time, and so it's just that when you understand your relationship with yourself, and that it is one of the most important relationships that you will have, then it will also understand the other person's perspective, and there will be healing on both sides, not only one. As of now, most of the relationships that we see are just wounded attractions to the other person. So it's like whatever we lack in ourselves, whatever we feel that is, wounded in ourselves, we want it from another person. So we attract that person. We attract that energy. So it's basically like a hook in us going and latching onto the wound in another person. So it will always remain a wounded relationship if you don't heal that wound within yourself. So, and this is reflected even in, you know, in personal relationships, in your relationship with your child. A lot of people, they feel that what they haven't done, their children should do, or it's more like just fulfilling that gap within us. So we all feel that there's that gap, and if somebody else is doing, is filling that gap for us, then we feel protected. But that is just a false sense of protection, because those things don't last forever. And what it's like, not wanting to learn how to cook, but wanting to apply for the post of a head chef. So it's something that, if you don't fix in yourself, if you don't learn yourself, that pattern will keep emerging again and again within you. And any relationship that you're having trouble in is just mirroring your own wounded self. And the pain is trying to make you conscious of it so that you can heal that aspect within you. That is when we say that we have true inner happiness, when we have healed that pain within us. And then you won't depend on anybody else to make you happy. No external circumstances can make you, joyful or sad or something. That joy, that happiness will come from within, because you'll be balanced within. All your relationships outside also will be balanced, because they are just a mirror image of what you need to learn and what you need to know about yourself. And I think this is one of the main things we learn living in a family is patience, is learning to put up with one another's insecurities, with their with their nature, which irritates us. So it's not because you're being punished or something. It's because that same quality lies within us as well, and that is what we have to heal within us. If you feel that your partner is, say, lazy or very angry, or he has a certain trait in him, that trait is there in you as well, and he's just mirroring it in a different way. So you will feel that, oh God, he's so lazy, or he's so angry, or she's like this, and she's always worried, and you seem to be very cool. But it's not that. Internally you are you're mirroring that worry, but in a different way. So she's just trying to show you, or he's just trying to show you that these aspects are within ourselves. And I know this is a very difficult uh, it's a very difficult context to grasp and to understand. Is you can only understand it when you're living it, when you are open to seeing what all lies within us, and where you are mirroring your partner or where you are mirroring your children. And the only way to heal that situation in your relationship is to learn the lesson yourself. Otherwise, you can keep having relationships and you'll notice that the pattern will keep emerging in the other relationships also. It will come up in another way. So, till the time you don't heal yourself within, you heal that aspect within yourself, you will keep attracting people in your life who will keep showing that image to you, who will keep showing that mirror to you, and it'll just be, it'll just get worse from time to time, because it's the universe's way of showing that it is something that we need to fix in us. So there are a lot of attributes that we give to the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but it doesn't just apply to either one, like I said earlier. So the divine feminine attributes can be, said as nurturing, compassionate, elegance, peace, birthing, creating, surrender, and transmutation of energies also. So we can be discussing all this in length is another topic. It's for another time. But this and the divine masculine is the qualities of the divine masculine are basically giving or consciousness, focus, analytical. These are all aspects that we say, okay, this is the masculine energy and this is the feminine energy. So they are also interchangeable, like I said. And then there are aspects which are of the divine marriage, as we call it in spirituality. We say there's a divine marriage. So that is trust, friendship, integrity, sovereignty. These are all qualities of a very healthy and a happy relationship. So why I say that these qualities are wounded in us and we attract the wounded soul in the other, we attract the wounded partner because we are just looking to fill that gap, is many things. And especially, I think I would, say our conditioning, especially, how we condition girls and how we condition men. And there are a lot of problems that come up because of conditioning, because over a period of time it becomes a belief system. And, weak girls cry, or girls cry all the time, or boys should not cry, or boys should not show their emotions. And, especially things like, oh, why are you crying like a girl? And, or you tell girls, okay, sit properly, you should not be doing that. Or even, and it goes for both, men and women. Men are told, like, oh, you're cooking and it's looked down upon, or oh, you're doing housework and it's like, scorned upon by people. So that is, subtly sending a message that even if I like doing that, why am I not, why can't I do it? Because people will make fun of me. The same way goes for girls, and if I don't do something like this, or if I'm not brought up in this way, or if I don't behave like this, people will judge me. So we are so scared to be judged by society that we change ourselves, our true nature, and we suppress a lot of our desires, we suppress a lot of what we really want to do in life. And that is where all the problems start, and these problems then physicalize in our body. So we have two sides to our body, the left and right, and the left side is the feminine side, the right side is the masculine side. And interestingly, we have two parts of the brain as well. The left is the analytical brain, the logical brain, which is the masculine quality, and the right is the more intuitive, creative brain, which is a feminine quality. So this in itself kind of shows that there is something that needs to be merged. This needs to be merged within us, in our bodies. And the same way we have three nadis, and the Ida, Pingla and Shushumna Nadi. Ida is the feminine energy or the cool energy, and Pingla is the masculine energy and the hot sun energy, and they are known as sun and moon nadis also. The Shushumna is where the divine marriage actually happens of these two qualities within us. And I truly believe, like I say, that whatever you're thinking, whatever your belief system is, it will show up in your body. It will, if you're having a pain in the right arm or right leg, there is a certain masculine quality that you are either suppressing or you're hurt or you're having problem receiving from somebody, because if I receive, I'll become weak. And similarly, if you're having a problem with the left side of your body, it's because you have probably suppressed a lot of your feminine nature. So listen to your body. It is like, if anything happens to your body, even if you scratch yourself or if you hurt yourself or if you trip and fall, the universe is trying to give you a message. Things just don't happen, randomly. And every memory, every thought, every emotion is recorded in our bodies, is recorded in our cells. So it's a long process trying to heal every aspect of ourselves, but you have to get started on it at some point, because that is the whole reason why we have incarnated into this life, and we've been put in certain families, certain situations to learn certain lessons. And our soul chose that. So this is something which we can work on, and I think what I would like to start with is doing the Anulom Vilom breathing, which will center you, it will balance you. So when we do Anulom Vilom, with holding the breath in between. So when we are holding the breath, it is actually the energies are being transmuted in the Shushumna Nadi, in the central channel. And of course, overnight nothing happens. So you have to work on it like on a regular basis, and you can watch this video or do it on your own also. And after that, we'll do the blessing for ourselves and the whole world to heal this particular aspect today, to heal the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies which have been wounded in society, and because of which there are certain problems. A lot of personal problems happen. Personal problems create bigger problems later on, because if you're not at peace with yourself, you won't be at peace with the society at large. So let's start. Today I want you to raise your hands up like this towards the sky. Close your eyes. Keep your feet firmly on the floor. And just do an invocation, Divine Father, Mother, to my spiritual teachers, my masters, to the higher self, and to my guardian angels. Thank you for guiding me today in balancing the divine feminine and masculine attributes in myself. Help me to love myself as I embody the divine light of life, so I may live fully and completely, creating, experiencing, and growing into the person my soul came here to be. Help me be free from controlling methods and ways of the patriarchal era, so I can merge into the unity consciousness of this present time, that is now. Take a deep breath, focus on your heart. Now visualize golden light coming down from the Creator through your fingers, into your arms, into your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head, down into your spine, into the heart, and just keep your palms on the heart chakra. Now visualize Mother Earth's energy from the core of Mother Earth coming up through your feet, your legs, through the base of the spine. This diamond white, brilliant white energy is coming up from the core of the earth, up into your legs, to your spine, up into the heart. Now take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth if you have to. Feel this brilliant white and golden energy merging in your heart chakra, creating a brilliant ball of light around you. And just affirm silently, I am the soul. I am a child of the Divine Father, Mother. I am a being of divine light, love and power. Feel the bliss and the joyful energies of the Divine Father, Mother, your higher self, your gurus. Feel yourself in this beautiful, radiant energy. Visualization is a very important part of meditation. Don't doubt and just affirm, I am a soul, I am a child of God. I live in the energy of God, the Creator. I am one with God and I am one with all. I am one with my higher self. I am one with my spiritual guru. I am one with the Creator. I am a being of divine light, love and power. Now we'll do the Anulom Vilom. Just silently maintain the stillness in your body. Keep your spine straight. Inhale from the left nostril. Hold at the ajna between your eyebrows. Exhale from the right nostril. Hold at the ajna. Inhale from the right. Hold at the ajna. Exhale from the left. Hold. Inhale from the left. Be aware of your entire spine. Hold. Exhale from the right. Hold. Inhale from the right. Hold in between your eyebrows. Exhale from the left. Hold. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Hold. Inhale left. Hold this energy. Be aware of your spine. Exhale from the right. Just slowly put your palms down, facing up. Now we'll do the great invocation, focusing first on the heart chakra. Take a deep breath into your heart. Inhale, exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May the world teacher return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person, every being. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend upon earth. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth. Let light, love, and power manifest the divine plan on earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. Visualize all the people on earth healing their wounded selves, healing the belief systems which are causing them pain, releasing all old negative energies that they may have absorbed, all thought forms that are coming down from generations, only causing pain, illnesses. See all the genetic illnesses which are being passed on, removed completely. As the thought process changes, people have the power to change their illnesses. They have the power to heal their bodies and also heal their ancestors. Take a deep breath from your heart and send this energy out into the world of light, love, and power. Now focus on your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head. And we do the invocation once more, focusing on the crown chakra. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend upon earth. Visualize light coming down from source through your crown to your hands to the earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend upon earth. May the world teacher return to earth. Visualize love from the heart of God coming down into your crown, down to your hands, and send this energy out to the earth, to Mother Earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person, every being. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend upon earth. Visualize this light coming down through your crown to the hands to the earth. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth. Let light, love, and power manifest the divine plan on earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. See all the people on earth healing themselves, being happy and joyful on their own, not needing external support to be happy within themselves. People are healing all the wounded aspects of the divine feminine and divine divine masculine energies within themselves, in their relationships, and out into the world. Everybody is balanced. Their minds are balanced, their emotions are balanced, and their physical bodies are balanced. Now we'll do the invocation the third time, focusing on the heart and the crown so that we balance both our chakras. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend upon earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend upon earth. May the world teacher return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend upon earth. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love and power descend upon earth. Let light, love and power manifest the divine plan on earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. Tathastu. You can put your palms down. Just be aware of the energy coming into your body. Be aware of your whole body. Absorb this light, love and power into each and every cell in your body. Healing every aspect with this divine power, with this light and love. Think of the things that bother you and see them dissolving into this light around you. See yourself not getting bothered by these qualities, the energies. If there is anger, if there is irritation, any pain, ask for healing in these aspects in your soul, in your body. Breathe this energy in from the top of your head down to your spine, down to the legs. Releasing all blockages. Releasing all conditioned behavior that is causing harm. Release all negative thoughts about yourself, about your relationships. See all your relationships improving, and most importantly, your relationship with yourself. Allow yourself to do things which make you happy. Deprogram all your conditioning that is based around making others happy. Take a deep breath. Let this energy go into every cell in your body and ask for it to heal all the wounded aspects of your soul, of your personality. All inferiority complex. See all of this shedding away and see your aura becoming brighter and brighter. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in once more. Exhale and let go. Let go of all that you're holding on to. Feel all the heaviness and pain, all the anger, stubbornness, all these releasing from your body. Whenever you're ready, you can do a closing invocation. To the Divine Supreme Being, Divine Father, Mother, to my spiritual teachers, my higher self and my guardian angels, to the divinity that lies within me. Thank you for the healing, thank you for the blessings. Thank you. Thank you all for joining in. And you can do this meditation whenever you feel like. And if there is any particular aspect that you're struggling with in your relationship, you can, when you're doing the Anulom Vilom, you can focus on releasing that from your body. So your breath is very, very important in releasing these emotions. And it is one of the most important factors, which help us in healing also. So whenever you catch yourself exhaling, forcefully, there is something which is there in your energy field which needs to be released. So the same way, when we do it consciously, it becomes more powerful. So if there's something that you personally need to work on, you can focus on it consciously and release it from your system. Thank you all for joining in. Namaste.